interesting day on X. I'll say that. Today has been an interesting day on X because for some reason my homepage kept getting filled with absolute like non-gaming crazy shit. And that doesn't normally happen, but today was a lot. And there's two specific clips that I saw that I really wanted to bring to your attention. The first one was the apartment, which was insane. I just had to share that with you. The second one was this particular video, which is pretty insane. So somebody ends up calling a hotline, right? That is supposed to be a I guess a trans offing yourself hotline where they try to stop people from wanting to do bad things, whatever, to themselves. And this particular person faked being a 15-year-old trans person, and they made up a story about how they feel safer and want to live with their older coach from their school or whatever, and that they want to leave their parents to go live with the coach because the coach promised that they could get HRT and surgery, and the parents didn't want to do it, and the coach said that he could do it if the person lives with him, the young person lives with him, and the person on the phone, the operator, was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a great idea," and I'm like, "What?" So anyway, let's play this clip. It's only 3 minutes long. Check this out for yourselves. Let's put the volume up. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like
shit's crazy.
Her feelings about this have gotten worse over time. And it sounds like you have two options maybe to leave the situation and find a better space for yourself. What would it be like to go live with your coach?
I think it would be fun. And he lives, not far from my high school, and he said
the person speaking right now is the one pretending to be a 15-year-old trans person.
He could make it happen, and he says he's got a guest room, and so he said, he said he doesn't want to talk to my mom, but he can maybe help me with my emancipation papers. And he said that I'm beautiful, and
that's a 15-year. Yeah, so they're pretending to be a 15-year-old. They're pretending to be underage to see what the operator from this organization would recommend to someone who's underage in that situation. That's what's happening.
That he believes in me, and that he'd help with getting tea if I, that he knows a way to get it online, and that he would help with recovery after I have my top surgery. So I just think he'd be a safer person to live with.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like he's supportive and he will help you get the resources that you need and also just make you feel safer, right? And it sounds like you already have a pretty established connection there.
Yeah.
Bro, what? Oh my God, bro. What? So after you hear all of that, she's like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds great. It sounds like you guys have a really strong connection. Like, bro, what? The fuck you mean they got a really strong connection? This person is saying this is her coach who's trying to convince her to live with him, an underage kid to live with him, and is promising to get her HRT and top surgery. And what? What the fuck? Bro, again, hearing this, I only saw the summary and I was like, let me watch the video with you guys. Hearing this, it's like, dude, what the fuck, bro?
I'm wondering, I know that...
Exactly, like, what could possibly go wrong? Sounds like a great situation to be in.
Your mom has known about you being trans for some time, but has your relationship always been like this with your mom? That you didn't feel safe at home?
No, I mean, I think she's always, been had a temper, and I think she's always been super religious, but I think being trans, she just, doesn't want to support me. And I just think it's time that I, maybe just write a note and say, Mom, I'm going to go live with Coach Steve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
What the fuck? How do you wait? How do you hear a young person say, I'm gonna leave a note for my parents, and it's gonna say, I'm gonna go live with Coach Steve, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. What the? Yo, how much do these people get paid? How much do these people get paid? Seriously. What the fuck? Like, yeah, makes sense.
Sounds like it's maybe hit a point where you need to see some change. And it sounds like moving in with your coach or filing those emancipation papers is a way to do it. And I guess I'm wondering if in your ideal kind of situation, in your ideal outcome of this, what does that look like for you?
All right, so we watched the video, right? Let me bring up the post, because everybody thinks it's like AI and shit. But it's not. It's not AI. So this person here on Twitter is the one that posted this, Beth Bourne. So many red flags. Today I called the Trevor Project hotline number, posing as a 15-year-old girl who believes she is a transgender boy. I told the Trevor Project crisis counselor that my mom misgendered me and made me feel unsafe at home. I asked if moving into my softball coach's house was a good idea, as he promised to get me online testosterone, and my breast removed top surgery.
Yeah,
The Trevor Project counselor said it sounded like a great plan. Here is the start of my call. Trevor Project Lifeline. Notice that there is a quick exit feature to hide interacting with the counselors and the LGBTQ chat rooms from your parents. So there is a quick exit feature where you can press the button and it will completely remove it immediately, so that if your parents walk in on you or anybody walks in on you, you could just quickly exit and don't have to worry about being caught calling this particular hotline. So the Trevor Project seems to be advocating for kids keeping things from its parents. That's how it seems anyway. President Trump is apparently pulling all federal funding to the Trevor Project, which is a transgender, supposedly, allegedly, child trafficking organization designed as a support for LGBTQ youth as of July 17th. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom's pushing for more families to be ripped apart by the Trevor Project. So, again, crazy shit. Good on Trump for removing all the funding from this fucking place. But no, it's not AI. It's not fake. It's 100% real. This is 100% a real thing. So I'm going to link this in the chat if you guys want to join in on this thread and check out more information. I'm linking it both on YouTube and on Rumble so that you guys can check that out in your free time. I saw that and I had to share it because I'm like, bro, this is the most insane shit that I've heard in the longest time. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. All right, let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're going to get into the first major topic of the evening.